That's right. Movie was peaked. Was very peaked. I had to get to my Bowser shirt just in time for the spoiler review. So anyway, welcome to the spoiler review for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. One of the best sequels to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So, what's up, Haley? So, spoiler warning, if you have not watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie, better not watch this live stream, because this will contain spoilers to those who haven't seen the movie. There's going to be a lot of spoilers, some Easter eggs, stuff that will happen, and what could possibly go down if they do a third movie. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it, shall we? And, of course, I have one of my Mario Galaxy figures to show y'all what's been going down in the movie. So, here we go. So, of course, the movie opens with Princess Rosalina calling her starlight creatures. I think they're starlights, I think. She yells, bedtime. And they were rushing to bed, and she's like, did you wash your face? And the starlight was like, yeah, no. Yeah, I was like, well, now I get why they teased that in the first movie. So of course, Rosalina tells them a bedtime story before they go to bed. She was going to read a story about Princess Peach, but the stars want to hear the story about Mario and Luigi and their adventures from the first movie, even though they've already know that story almost a dozen times, but they insist they still want to hear it. Until a rumbling came from outside, and Rosalina went to go check it out, being like, what on earth? What's happening? I'm going to go check that out. And so Rosalina sees this giant robot W action figure. Thank you. I got these from Target when I was getting the Bob Gray Pennywise figure. So, of course, Rosalina sees this giant robot that is probably one of the Koopas. She pulls out her wand and starts battling the robot. But, of course, the star's like, Mom, I had a nightmare. And then the star sees the robot be like, oh, nope, not a nightmare. That's real. I'm gone. Bye. Of course, the robot grabs her. And then the person controlling the robot was revealed to be none other than Bowser Jr. Where's Chef Pee-Pee? Anyway, Bowser Jr. is the one who has been controlling the robot with Kamek. Kamek was like, you grew up so fast. Your father would be so proud. And Junior was like, bro, can you get out of my face? I'm trying to do something here. I'm busy. Of course, Rosalina then starts fighting back, but apparently she got kidnapped. My friend had the biggest... my friend have a big roast battle with Dead Fox, a.k.a. Tails. Ah! Alright. Yeah, I hope he won. So, yeah, of course, then we see that Bowser Jr. takes Rose and only one Starlight to Bowser Jr.'s new planet. He did? Okay, well, that's good. So, Bowser Jr. takes Rosalina and one of those Starlights to his planet to try to take her power, because apparently Rosalina is contained with one of the most powerful powers ever, and Bowser Jr. is like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna need to take that. And Rosalina's like, no you don't. The Starlight, go and find help. And the Starlight goes to find help, but apparently Bowser Jr. Used this paintbrush to paint something to try to hold her down, just so that he can knock her out. Why am I? His name was Modern Sonic 224. Okay, that's good. Then, the next scene we open to is, of course, it's me, Mario and Luigi. Of course, we got Mario and Luigi riding on motorcycles, racing each other to some sort of upside-down pyramid which I probably don't know what it is. No, it's probably some sort of reference to the games, to where there's a level where there's an upside down pyramid. And the reason why they're here is because one of the skeleton-like things called them, saying, "Hey, we need your help. We heard something inside those pyramids. We need your help." And as soon as they heard a loud noise, they're like that. As they take the fire flower and became Fire Luigi and Fire Mario, or Super Mario or Super Luigi. I don't know. Comment down below what form that is from the games, because I'm very confused. So they go into the cave and they see that one of the pipes were being blocked up. So they drop the bricks and they see some glowing eyes and they're like, nope, nope, put the back, put the back, put the back. And then they go like that. And then Mario sees some crying and being like, and the way Mario's like, it's okay. And then I'm gonna guess you guys are probably like, who's that Pokemon? It's Yoshi! Because of course that was Yoshi coming out of the pipe. And Yoshi was pretty cool in the movie. And we got to a backstory or flashback to how Yoshi ended up in the pipe. Because that flashback opens exactly where that post-credits scene from the first movie happened, where Yoshi's egg is in Brooklyn, and Yoshi was just wandering around being like, ooh, nice city. And we got a cameo from Donkey Kong, where he's just on those the things or bars, being like, I mean, that was the only time we ever saw Donkey Kong in the movie. And Yoshi, Bowser Jr. was amazing. I only saw the trailer. Alright. So, yeah, of course, then Yoshi goes to this history museum. He accidentally, sort of broke a dinosaur bone in the museum, and now he got chased by the police. He's like, nope, nope, not this time. I'm going to this pipe. And then that's how he ended up in the upside down pyramid. So, Mario and Luigi and Yoshi came out together being like, found the problem. And, of course, Yoshi was just being too cuddly, being like, Mario, please! Black Yoshi reference. Even if it wasn't from the cinema, but at least I saw the trailer of it. Alright. No, that's good. Sorry for being late. I was having dinner. That's okay. You came here for the next part of this review. Alright, so now we notice that Yoshi's gone, like thinking, oh, he left, but actually, Yoshi was on Luigi's bike being like, wow, wow. And, Luigi is like, buddy, that's my bike. And of course, they have another race back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, Mario's just on his bike alone, and Yoshi and Luigi were just on the same bike. And then, of course, they make it back to the Mushroom Kingdom. Just in time for an anniversary or birthday for Princess Peach. Now, they switch suits, they got cleaned up and changed, and Mario got this pink present for Peach. Now, thinking, you think she'll love it? And, of course, what got me cracked up the most is, of course, Luigi, trying to tell... Luigi was like, bro, it's my bike, get your own. Yeah, he was like that. So, yeah, of course, the most funniest part throughout the whole movie is just Luigi trying to be like, hey, you should probably ask Princess Peach out for a date. And Mario's like, what? Any updates on Final Battle Part 2 of Shadow Plus Fully the Last Run? Well, that's probably... Well, I'm thinking I'm probably doing it somewhere around Monday. But for right now, it's a little quiet. So, yeah, it's actually happening. The episode will release on probably Monday or Thursday. I don't know. So then, of course, Mario's like, Luigi, what do you mean? I just like her as a friend. What are you talking about? So then they go to the castle to find Princess Peach, and of course they meet up with Toad, and apparently, I'm getting too ready to see Sonic 4. Yeah, me too. I'm just too hyped for it. That's all. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but it'll come out eventually. I just need some time to schedule it. So yeah, of course, we get Toad to get in. Of course, Toad gets introduced to Yoshi by Mario and Luigi, being like, and just who on earth is that? And of course, Yoshi and of course, probably Yoshi and Toad are probably gonna have some beef. Take the time you need. I will. No, will do. And Toad was like, okay, so some dinosaur shows up and now he's part of the group. Wow, cool. So of course we see a bonding moment with Princess Peach and Mario on top of the castle, which happens to be one of those official clips that we saw on YouTube. My friend hate Amy because of how crazy she is. No, okay. Yeah, she can be a bit crazy, but only unless you get on her bad side. And Peach what? Sorry, I misspelled it. I misspelled of. Yep. Yeah. Alright. So Peach and Mario were on top of the castle, having their moment together. And Peach was like, today's not actually my real birthday. It's just the anniversary of when the Toads found me. Like, they have no clue where I came from. And I was like, what? So it's not actually her birthday? It's just the anniversary of when they found him? When they found her? Why do I keep calling a girl him? What the heck? And of course Mario is like, wow, since it's not actually actual birthday, you don't want a present. Of course, Mario had to do that. He had to flirt with her about that. And of course, Peach gets her iconic umbrella from probably the games, or is it the first time we ever see her with the umbrella? Bowser Jr. will be coming from a new dimension? Yeah, probably. I think so, but I have no clue. I'll say this Mario is in love with Peach, is he? I think so, because even though Luigi is like, come on, bud, you should probably ask her out for a date. And Mario's just too scared to admit it, and so he keeps on saying, no, hey man, we're just friends. I only like her as a friend, kinda. So of course they see some stars coming through the Mushroom Kingdom, and of course everyone in the Mushroom Kingdom saw that. So yeah, they were all shocked to see that, and they actually see a star hit the ground, which happens to be Rosalina's starlight that she sent. Just like Sonic, not admitting he's like Amy. Yeah, pretty much. So of course they all went to go check it out, and they see the starlight, being like, Princess, I found you. Ugh. Just like that. And of course, Princess Peach was very confused on why he came here, and what's going on. So basically, Rosalina sent him or her to Princess Peach, and one of the I giggled. Yeah, pretty much. So apparently, one of the Toads were listening, and the Grandpa Toad, I think, he was like, no, Peach is not allowed to leave the Mushroom Kingdom. And Mario's like, hey, that's not your business. Come on, get out. Give the princess some space. And of course, Peach makes the decision. She and Toad go on this big mission across the galaxy. And she wrote a letter to Mario saying, hey, I'm going out on this journey. I'm leaving the kingdom to you until I get back. And everything's going to be fine. So, of course, the Toads were freaking out like crazy. And Mario's like, hey, everyone just calm down. Me and Luigi got this. Make way for the queen. Yep. So Mario was like, "Yo, everyone, calm down. The Peach is just going on a journey. Me and Luigi can take care of the entire kingdom." And by that, I mean both Mario, Luigi, and of course Yoshi. Or should I say, Mario, please? I'm sorry, I just can't get over the Black Yoshi reference. So yeah, of course, throughout every entire day, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi were going on these alerts throughout every kingdom, like saving a Toad from being attacked by some sort of giant fish, or wishing a Toad goodnight, and battling one of these turtle-like, ghost-like creatures that are attacking a Toad, and have a reference to a Donkey Kong. And of course, the last of, if Godzilla was in Mario, would you? Well, if Godzilla was in Mario, would be insane. Yeah, pretty much. No, unless they get a license contract with Toho, because Toho's the one that made Godzilla. Because if they were going to do Godzilla and Mario, Nintendo needs to make a license contract with Toho to do it. So, of course, their last alert goes to Bowser while he is painting in his mini castle. And of course, he did a painting of him and Princess Peach. Like, Bowser was just bulky and strong, and Peach was like, just like that. We need more Godzilla in action, bro. Yeah, no kidding. So, yeah, of course, Luigi and Mario sees the painting. Luigi's like, I like the colors. That's good. And Mario's like, you want to know my criticism? It's garbage. And of course, Bowser was like, oh, you little Donkey Kong, I'll break the skin off your bones. Like, it was kind of funny how Team Godzilla, yep, Team Godzilla for life. Yep, I'm there. So, of course, it's kind of funny how Bowser is, like, trying to chill out, but every time Mario says something to make him upset, he just goes like, oh, you're gonna trust me, because I'm gonna break the... This isn't about the movie Godzilla and Kong Supernova, but they're adding Godzilla and Kong Supernova on Call of Duty. Wait, what? Wait, are they actually? Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are they actually? Are they actually adding Godzilla in Call of Duty? Because I remember they did that for the first Godzilla vs Kong. Are they actually doing it? Hold on. No cap. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. No, there's no way. No. My Wi-Fi is just slow. I'm trying to make sure it gets there. I got it from one of my Discord buddies. Alright. Slowpoke Wi-Fi. Yeah, Slowpoke Wi-Fi. I hate that the Wi-Fi is so slow. Alright. Alright, got my Wi-Fi on. Alright, let's see if it's actually true. Because if they're doing this for Godzilla and Kong Supernova, then that means something's probably up. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see here. Godzilla X Kong Call of Duty. Alright. Wait, what? Hopefully I'm not spreading rumors about it. Wait, you mean something like this? Because I think I've seen this before. Like Godzilla's spikes being purple? Is that it? Is that what you're talking about? because yes, okay. And it's for Call of Duty Mobile. Like, I do like Kong in the background. I think he's wearing some sort of armor. And why is Godzilla's spikes purple? Like, isn't he pink in the movie? You just told us about it. Like, what? I'm confused. Like, why is his spikes purple? Isn't he in his evolved form after New Empire? Like, why is his spikes purple? So you might be spreading rumors. Well, anyway, back to the spoiler review. So yeah, the funniest part is that Bowser was just trying to stay calm, being like, "Oh, you're gonna trust me. Otherwise, I'm going to break the bones and my victims." And okay, that was a bit too much. And of course, Luigi and Bowser were thinking on starting a book club together. Yeah, like Bowser was just gonna bring soup. Sorry for being off topic. Yep, it's fine. Yeah, it's just fine. So yeah, and then of course, whenever they got done with that, the most funniest part of the whole movie is just Bowser himself being goofy while he's in his small form. Bro, Bowser can't control his anger. Yeah, no kidding. And of course, the castle feels a bunch of rumbling, and now we know exactly what's about to go down. Now, the Toads evacuate the castle as it gets pulled up by a UFO, which is caused by Dad, Dad, Dad! Of course, Bowser Jr. And he can't be trusted. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, no, of course Bowser Jr. is the one that brought up the castle, and Bowser's like, "In the name of the Koopas, I demand that you release my father." And Mario's like, "No, we're not doing that. He's just gonna cause more trouble again." And Bowser Jr.'s like, "Okay, if you're not gonna release him, then I'll just get him out myself." Of course, he just starts causing a bunch of destruction in the castle. Every time he says, "I need to calm down," he isn't calming down. He's just going crazy. Yeah, he was pretty crazy in the movie. Like, Jack Black was the perfect guy to play Bowser. Like, I really like Jack Black's performance as Bowser. So of course they fought Bowser Jr. in the castle, and of course they were trying to. Mario was trying to get Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush to try to use it against him, but of course Kamek, or Cody from SML, was using the robot. Jack Black also voiced Steve. Yeah, I remember watching the Minecraft movie. So of course we noticed that Kamek, or Cody, was in the robot, and of course Yoshi ate Kamek and just laid an egg and tried to disarm the robot, and of course the ship leaves, and then the castle starts hurtling down like a meteor. Like, there's no changing what happens. That castle's falling down. Chicken jockey. So of course, yeah, that castle goes down. Speaking of Steve from the Minecraft movie, Chicken Jockey. Yep, alright. So yeah, after the castle goes down, Mario, Yoshi, and Luigi manage to get out of there. And they managed to fall in one of those flowers, but they managed to survive as the castle goes down on ground. Like, they were trying to see if everyone's okay, but they see a shell, and of course it was Bowser. He's like, "Yay, freedom!" And as he was just trying to run away, cock-a-doodle-doo. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, Bowser was just being silly as he keeps on running away from Mario, being like, "So long, suckers!" And Mario's like, "Nuh-uh, you get back here right now." Bowser's like, "No, you can't catch the wind." of course, as Mario grabs him, Bowser was just biting him like crazy, being like, "Oh, you let me go right now!" Like, I need water because my stomach needs, wet in the inside. Yep, yeah, don't we all? So Yoshi eats Bowser just to get him off Mario, but decided to spit him out. And of course, Bowser was like, "Oh, wow, now that was intense." My stomach said, "Give me water." Yeah, we all need water to stay hydrated. So of course, Mario said something about Bowser's son trying to rescue him, and Bowser was like, "Oh man, I'm a terrible father. I wasn't even paying attention to him." And of course, after hearing that he was trying to rescue him, Bowser just wants to be with his son. And you're all probably wondering, how does Bowser become big throughout the whole movie? Well, after the castle falls, Bowser was just trying to convince Mario to, make him grow big again. Like, the rules for the mushrooms, that if you get damage, then the mushroom wears off. So Bowser's just asking Mario to hit him so that he can become big again. And of course, Mario still doesn't trust him. So Bowser did what he does best. Just annoy the life out of Mario. And Mario's like, "Oh, that's it, you're dead." He just slams him on the ground, stomps on him, and then Bowser starts growing big, being like, "Yeah, guess who's back, baby?" And for a second there, I thought Mario was gonna get attacked by Bowser as he's big again, but no, Bowser just kisses him on the entire face and decided to be like, "Come on, guys, let's go. We got a mission to go to. Let's go." And then meanwhile, we see Princess Peach and Toad in this Amazon like place, I think. Like I can't tell what it is, but it's some sort of mall like thing. The return of Bowser. Yep, he's back. So of course that they decide to look around until they see a missing poster of Rosalina. And what's even interesting the most is that we actually know the history between Peach and Rosalina. And it is that they grew up together until something bad happens and Rosalina had to get Peach to this pipe to, send her off somewhere so that no one captures her. And that's how she ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom since the first movie. Bowser has returned. Yep, he has. So yeah, now Peach was shocked, being like, "My sister, she's been kidnapped." And then we get introduced to this monkey. Like I forgot his name, but he is this thief that pretends to be sad and lonely, but then when he gets the moment to do it, he just yoink, bye bye. Just takes it. He took Toad's backpack. Toad's like, hey, no, you get back here right now in my backpack. And of course, they end up in this casino type of place where they see this frog-like guy. Like I have no clue what his name is, but he is just challenging Princess Peach. That Princess Peach took out all of his troops with her umbrella. She even ate a mushroom, grew big. Winglerberry. I can't read that. My apologies if I can't read that or pronounce it right. So yeah, no, Princess Peach ate a mushroom, grew big, and grabbed him, being like, "You better tell me what's going on right now, or I swear I'm gonna smack you." And of course, the frog spilled the beans, and saying, "Yo, the Bowser's son, he's the one that's up to this. He took her to this planet that kind of resembles Bowser." And of course, they went ahead, head out. Toad grabs his backpack, being like, "Give me that. Go find your own." And of course, they try to, figure out what's going on. Then we move on to Bowser, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi traveling together to this some sort of bee-like place, like a beehive. Like Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi got in, but Bowser had to stay outside. Because one of the bees are like, the big guy's gonna have to stay outside. He's too big to be in there. Dingle Wrangle Ringleberry. I think that's the monkey's name. No, are you saying that that's the monkey's name from the movie? Because I'm trying to figure out who this guy really is. So yeah, the queen bee wanted to arrest Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi for invading their planet, but Bowser came in being like,
"Oh no, you don't. If you want them, how about you take me instead? I'm all muscular."
Like that. Like the way he was just flexing. Like that was just funny. No, just the way he was flexing. No, aka Duggar's no, Ding and Dodge. Okay. Okay. So yeah, no, of course, Bowser, takes their place as a prisoner. Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi decide, head to this place where there's like rockets and stuff, while Bowser stays behind to become their prisoner. And Mario's like, you're not as bad as I thought you were. So then Bowser starts mining, and he tells one of the other bee prisoners about his love for Peach. As he gets pulled up by a UFO, which is the same UFO Bowser Jr. Drove to get to the castle. Then we get a heartwarming reunion with Bowser Jr. and Bowser, the father and son of Mario. Like, they were going to the location. Yeah. So like Bowser and Bowser Jr. have their reunion, and Bowser was like, "Wait, aren't you supposed to be in a boarding school?" And Bowser Jr. is like, "We're like boring school. I got expelled." And Bowser was like, "You really grew up when I wasn't even paying attention." And of course, Kamek was just crying in the background, and Bowser was like, "Bro, can you please be quiet already? I'm trying to have my moment with my son." And then, of course, we see, Mario, Bowser roasting them. Yep. And of course, we cut to Peach and Toad. Now, with this goofy robot that kind of reminds me of WALL-E, where they're trying to find some sort of space ship to, get back to find Rosalina, and of course that robot's like, "Oh, sure, it's right over." Like, I was laughing so hard when that robot was like, "Oh, sure, it's right over." Like seriously, beep boop. Like that was the most hilarious part of the movie, was that darn robot being slow while trying to give directions. And then we get introduced to a new character from one of the other Nintendo games that Princess Peach and Toad found, and it's this guy, this fox named Fox McClaren. Hold on, let me search that. I can't figure out. I'm bad at remembering things. I'm just trying to remember who I'm talking about. It's right over. Beep boop. Let's see, who is this Fox guy? Alright. Fox McCloud. Alright, so Fox McCloud. So I think, what I know about this character, I think, like, I'm trying to remember what these characters' personalities are. So, what the... So, like, Fox McCloud is this character from, I think, the Star Fox? Who's Fox McCloud? I have no clue. I have no clue what game he's from, but he's just a really cool guy. And he has this cool spaceship and used to have this big team. And so they try to prepare the ship for the place that they need to go to. And then, of course, Mario and Luigi makes it there. And, of course, the robot goes like, over. And, of course, Mario, Luigi, and the others find Princess Peach and Toad. And, of course, Peach was going to go for a hug, but Mario was going to go like a handshake. Like, it was kind of an awkward moment. Phone, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to do this spoiler review. So, of course, Mario gets introduced to Fox McCloud. I thought that they were going to have... I gotta watch some Godzilla while I'm in the stream. Yeah, you go ahead. So, yeah, of course, Mario meets Fox McCloud. And I thought that they were going to have some beef. And Mario was like, cool ride. And Fox was like, cool stash. Like, I was like, what? And of course, they rode on the ship only to run into Bowser Jr. and his ship. I have a game that has Fox in it. It's called Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Yeah, I hope Super Smash Bros. Gets a movie. So, what ends up happening is that Bowser Jr. actually attacks the ship that they're in. I'm gonna watch Godzilla vs. Kong. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Oh, excuse me. So of course Bowser Jr. was attacking the ship, and Bowser was like, why don't we just not try to kill them? Like trying to do a little friendly fire. And of course Bowser Jr. decided to go like, okay, I'll do it for you. I'll just turn them into babies instead. And of course he used that ray to just turns them into babies. Both Mario and Luigi. And of course the ship goes down. And they end up in this planet where there's like a dinosaur world. They were trying to find the ray, but of course they run into a T-Rex. Yeah, and of course Toad was like, wait, what are you doing? You're gonna wake it up! And just as soon as they were about to walk away from the T-Rex, of course Yoshi woke it up, and now they got chased by the T-Rex. And for a second there, we thought that Mario was... I hope we get another Godzilla movie, because the Godzilla movies can't stop. Yeah, they can't. So, they were... So, whenever they reached the cliff, they were like, oh no, is Mario and Luigi dead as babies? But no, actually, they were over there, and the T-Rex got turned into a baby as well. And of course, they grew Mario and Luigi back. And the most funniest part is that when Luigi turns back into an adult, he was like, I think I made an oopsie. And of course, when they make it back to the ship, they were frustrated because the ship wasn't working that well. And of course, Peach was just getting frustrated, and Mario's like, mind if I get frustrated with you? And of course, of course, Mario joins Peach while getting frustrated. But of course, one of the Starlights takes over, drives the Princess Rosalina's ship, to pick up Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Toad, and Fox McCloud. So they were trying. So how they managed to find them is Luigi got into some sort of radio to try to call for help, and one of the Starlights were doing some pillow fights, and of course they hear the radio being like, "Wait, Luigi? Goo 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 gaga." So yeah, they then start heading to the planet that Rosalina is being captured by. And of course, Bowser and Bowser Jr. heads into the planet that Bowser Jr. is keeping Rosalina in. And then Bowser announces to his army, being like, hey yo, I'm back! Your king has returned! And of course, Rosalina is getting her power drained, so they had to act very fast. So Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and I chose the wrong vid. What do you mean? So, of course, then we see that Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Yoshi head towards the planet, and they avoid enemies and stuff. It's like Luigi and the others split up, like Yoshi and Luigi goes the other side, while Mario and Peach goes to the other. So what they know, so of course Bowser Jr. knows, and he's like, "You're not doing it. I'm gonna put a trap door under y'all." And of course they fall into one of those obstacle courses that actually is kind of a reference to the games. And of course, Princess Peach and Mario makes it through that, and Bowser's like, "All right, now it's my turn to shine." So of course, once Mario and Peach gets on the bridge, Bowser just throws his axe, which is a reference to the games where Bowser has one of these axes on the bridge. I thought I was going to see Godzilla fight Kong, but I was watching Gorilla versus Gorilla. Scar King and Kong, pretty much. So yeah, of course Bowser is just clashing his axes there, and Bowser was like, "What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna humiliate me at my wedding, or make me eat a mushroom, put me in a jar, make me join a book club? We had our looks, Mario, but Bowser's back, and now you're gonna feel my wrath." So yeah, once they make it to the other side of the bridge, Mario just cuts the chains on the bridge, and of course Bowser falls into the lava, which is a reference to one of the games. And Bowser was like, "Dad?" And just as Bowser's hand is sticking out of lava, I was like, "Oh my, that's a little too much." And just seeing Bowser, I joined the Speedy crew. Yeah. Alright. So of course Bowser Jr. was crying about his dad being almost killed off by Peach and Mario. And the look on Peach and Mario's faces, they were like, I think we effed up. I think we effed up. We just killed this kid's dad." And of course, Bowser Jr. was happy because Bowser's not dead. He actually crawled out of the lava as a skeleton known as Dry Bowser. If you're not familiar with Dry Bowser, you probably haven't played one of the games that Dry Bowser is a thing in one of the games. And of course, Bowser Jr. goes in full black and orange and red with Dry Bowser. And of course, Peach starts heading for Rosalina, and Mario's like, "No, you go ahead. You go save your sis. I'll take care of that." Speaking of Speedy Crew, I'm going to watch Speedy. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. So, yeah, of course, Mario then tries to hold off Bowser Jr. and Dry Bowser, but Yoshi and Luigi comes into the rescue and joins the fight. So yeah, now they're actually once again fighting over Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush, because that's the one thing Bowser Jr. uses to create monsters and tentacles and whatever he wants to try to capture his enemies. And so, of course, Luigi got it. He draws his stick man. I was like, "What's a stick man gonna do?" And of course, I was shocked at first because the stick man grabbed a hammer and just bashed Dry Bowser on the head and just broke into millions of pieces. Like, Bowser's still alive. He's just in a million pieces as a bone. And of course, Bowser Jr. starts making this dragon. I thought he was going to control it at first, but nope. That dragon grabbed him, ate Bowser Jr. Mr. Game and Watch. Yeah. So, of course, the dragon eats Bowser Jr. And, of course, Mario saves Bowser Jr. by pulling him out of the dragon. And, of course, Bowser Jr. and Dry Bowser has another reunion. And then the ending of the movie was just a masterpiece. Like, Rosalina and Princess Peach tapped hands together. Oh, excuse me. Speedy Block, Speedy Pie, Speedy World, Speedy, and Amy, Speedy, and Tails Team Speedy, Speedy Games, Speedy Zone, Speedy and Knuckles, and Speedy Trio. Okay. So yeah, of course the ending of the movie where Peach and Rosalina they touched hands and they exploded the planet into some sort of green grass healthy planet that builds life on it. Like there's gonna be like they erased the lava, the skeletons, and all that stuff, and they just gave life to the planet. And of course, Mario and Luigi gets introduced to Rosalina by Peach, and one of the Starlights are like, "Hey, can we go see your castle?" And of course, Rosalina's like, "Why not? Let's go see the castle." And of course, the funniest part is that Mario and Luigi were like, we're probably gonna die." Because of course, when they make it back to the Mushroom Kingdom, bro, my stomach still needs wet inside, bro. Okay, just drink some water. So of course, when they came back to the Mushroom Kingdom, they see the castle missing, and the Starlights were like, "Where's your castle?" And of course, Luigi is like, "Oh yeah, the castle. It died." I was like, "What? What do you mean it died?" Like they could have said that while we were at the castle, Bowser Jr. invaded the castle and kind of destroyed it. Like we couldn't hold him off. Like they could have said that, but they said your castle's dead. So Mario got an idea and decided that they should rebuild a new castle for Princess Peach. And so they got to building the castle, and they actually managed to rebuild it. Mario was about to put the flag on top, but Princess Peach gives him a kiss on the cheek, which is an iconic part of the games. And then Mario flies up there and puts the star, the flag on top. If my stomach needs water again, I'm gonna crash out. Blah. Okay. So yeah, that was the whole part of the movie. Like that's all for the movie. Now let's get into those post-credit scenes. So the post-credit scene we got to see is, of course, during a prison. Fox McClown was going to find his team. Then, meanwhile, in the prison, Bowser Jr. and Bowser were just in a prison cell trying to escape. But of course, the depressed Luma, or the depressed Star, was actually one of the police officers in it. Like, I gave it a lot of drinks and it needs more. Okay? So yeah, the depressed Star is the cop in the prison, and of course Bowser Jr. and Bowser got scared. Like, I'd be scared too. And then, that cuts there, but now into the final post-credit scene. Which, I haven't seen the second post-credit scene, but until it got dropped online. But, after I saw the movie, I saw that the second post-credit scene was of the same monkey trying to steal another backpack. And then, of course, we see somebody punch the monkey away, just takes the bag, gives it back to the person, and that person, thanked it, and that person that punched him was none other than Princess Daisy herself. Like, I have no clue about. I never heard of the story about Princess Daisy. I just know of her by her iconic look, meaning there's a possibility that somewhere around the corner, she will probably be the star of the next movie. If Universal and Illuminations and Nintendo comes up with an idea for another part or another movie that could possibly bring in Princess Daisy. So yeah, Princess Daisy. Yep, Princess Daisy appeared in the second post-credit scene. Like, I was like, wait, what? Princess Daisy? Does that mean she's gonna be the next princess in the next movie? Because think about it. We got Princess Peach, Princess Daisy, and Princess Rosalina. So, 3 princesses in the Mario universe. Like, who knows what could go on next? And that's all from the movie spoiler review. Excuse me. So that's it. That's just pretty much how the movie plays out. So, if anything, I really hope that the next Mario movie could be more better than this movie. We're getting the fourth princess. Fourth princess. Alright. So yeah, that's it for the spoiler review for Super Mario Galaxy the movie. And you know what I would love to see for either Paramount or Universal to try to do? They should do a Sonic versus Mario movie. Also, finally, I need to sleep as well. Alright. Now, you can go ahead. So, yeah. What I would love to see them do is a Sonic and Mario movie. Because Ben Schwartz online said that he wants to try to make a Sonic and Mario movie with Chris Pratt. Maybe they could try to make it happen. You know, if Paramount and Universal can work together to make just one movie together to connect both Sonic and Mario together, like, that would be a good idea for them to do. If they can come up with a story for it. Bye, chat, and I hope Sonic wins. Yep, I hope so too. Team Sonic. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to watch more spoiler reviews, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, Titanus Fully Motion Figure, where I do stop motions and stuff. And don't forget to follow me on TikTok, at Titanus.Fully2027. And as foremost, I'm Titanus Fully, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Wait, why did I do 3? Peace.